Here as a manager Manchester United will go for after the sack of Ruben Amorim. Fine, I know that Fletcher is taking over as the entire manager, but let's see what he can do till the end of the season. If he actually give us a Champions League spot, I would say we should keep him. You understand? For another season, because going on to employ manager back to back for over 10 years now, and we haven't gotten enough result. I just feel like we just need a manager from inside Manchester United. We should go for a manager from inside Manchester United. But if unfortunately he didn't perform, maybe he didn't give us the Champions League spot or perform expected as he should, here as a manager I feel Manchester United should go for. Number one manager Manchester United should go for is Oliver Glasner of Crystal Palace. This manager has been very, very brilliant for Crystal Palace, even for Frankfurt. He coached at Frankfurt, Crystal Palace, and Wolfsburg, not Wolves in the Premier League, Wolfsburg in the Bundesliga. He coached them and he turned them into a very, very tormenting club in the Bundesliga. They were very, very tormenting in the Bundesliga that season. Then he moved on to coach Frankfurt. Yes, he moved on to coach Frankfurt. His stay at Frankfurt, he beat Barcelona. I cannot forget that game. He beat Barcelona to qualify in the Europa League, where he went on to win the Europa League that season. He went on to win the Europa League against Rangers. Yes, I watched that match against Rangers. He went on to win that match before he moved ahead to Crystal Palace. In Crystal Palace, he has done a very, very wonderful job. Because most of you might say that's the Bundesliga, this is not the Premier League. But since he has been in the Premier League, he has given he has given Crystal Palace the highest point ever since the club was ever made, since the club was known for being Crystal Palace. He gave them the highest point ever. He also won the FA Cup, that first major trophy for them. In how many years? This manager is just so brilliant. Well, watching his games, though he had a lot of injury, that's why Crystal Palace have been a bit shaky this season. But trust me, he also played the formation Ruben Amorim already got players for in Manchester United. He played a 3-4-2-1 formation, which we already have those players. And I also feel like if he's coming to Manchester United, he should just help us and carry Gay along. He should just help us to bring Gay along. This coach has been really, really brilliant, and I feel like he will do a better job for us. In the Premier League. Oliver Glasner is calm, cool-headed. I feel the players will love to work with him. The second player I feel like we could go for, but obviously he said he's waiting for the national team, is Zidane. Zidane that coached Real Madrid, that won the triplet at Real Madrid. Man, this coach is also good. Very, very brilliant coach. You have a win ratio of about 60%. Yes, you have a win ratio of about 60%. He tripled the Champions League. That's crazy, man. He tripled the Champions League. That's crazy for Real Madrid. This coach is very, very... I know some people will say he wasn't really good he won to La Liga. He won to La Liga in his stay in Real Madrid. So I feel like he's also a good manager that could come for us. But obviously, he said he's waiting for France. After the World Cup, they already had an agreement that after the World Cup, he will take over the France national team. But I feel like if we try to convince him, when we try to convince him, he might decide to join us. But it will be a really, really hard one getting Zidane to join Manchester United. If you feel like you have any other manager you feel Manchester United should go for, you can as well drop it in the comment section so I could look into it and talk about it if it's a good option for us. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.